Hi, AfterBuzzers. You're watching the Incorporated After Show, so stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Yes, Tina. We don't need another hero. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Incorporated After Show, Season 1, Episode 2, Downsizing.
I'm getting that over here.
Kari just fell into Tina. I'm Adrian Snow. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'm Adrian Snow, MSADRIANSNOW, and here are my fellow co-hosts.
Hey guys, I'm Joelle Monique. You can follow me all over the internet at Joelle Monique and every week at blackgirlnerds.com.
And hey, my name is Kari Lane. You can find me online at Kari D. Lane. If you're watching this live, we are live in the chat, so feel free to chat with us. And if you're watching this after, leave comments down below because we want to know what you thought of the episode.
Yes.
What do you think of our theories?
Here, iTunes,
Yes.
Twitter, we check all of it.
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I kept waiting for those children to be like, all the children say. And
Well,
then
she
they all
said
sing.
all the children say, but the kids just didn't sing along.
They were not into it.
What?
They missed their cue.
Cannot miss your cue. You will be kicked off of set and you will lose money for the day. Anyways, okay.
You'll be fired. And
Mom
we don't
will
want
not
to be
be happy.
fired.
You do not want to be fired. You do not want your NDA activated. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did it.
Zinger. So, we are reviewing Season 1, Episode 2, Downsizing. And a lot of stuff went down
Yes.
this episode. First thoughts.
I feel like in the first episode, they're like, things are pretty bad. Like, they're not good. They're pretty bad. And in this episode, they're like, but this world will F you up. Like,
Yeah.
it's not going to be kind to you.
Yeah.
It's not going to support you no matter where you are. Also, we got some monarchy things that I'm really excited to talk about because I love kings and queens, and I feel like the corporate spaces are pretty monarchy, and it's fun. It's fun to see a queen rule over her dominion,
Yeah.
make power moves.
Yeah.
I like it.
I dig it. I like that this world is continuing to expand. Something I've noticed, and I think I was talking to someone in person or someone on the chat or somewhere, brought up a really good point. So far, there's no AI.
Yeah.
Not really. The cars are about the closest thing. Nobody talks to the computer like, hey, computer, do this for me. Nobody talks to a phone like, hey, phone, do this for me.
I didn't even feel that missing until you brought it up.
I
where
didn't
it's
think
like,
about it either.
That's in every future thing.
Right? There's something, or there's a robot, you know, like
Yeah.
if you're going to even farther. But this has nothing. So that's kind of an interesting choice that this show made of like, we're not going to have any AI at all.
Yeah. I mean, it's...
No smartphones for you.
Yeah.
Cool handheld ones, though.
I know,
I
they're
like
like
the-
the swipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only, what? 50 years away? No.
But
60.
still,
Six,
we have-
yeah,
we
60,
have-
70, somewhere in there.
Come on, you can
58.
talk to your phone now and tell it to do stuff.
That's
So-
true. That's true. I don't know if maybe that's something that they're going to touch on later. Maybe it's something
That's
that
true.
just like in terms of like the world going down, they're like, this isn't really worth it.
Yeah.
Um,
I also think it makes for clunkier dialogue. I
It
think it's hard
does.
when you're speaking to things and your special effects aren't like blowing you away because we already
Yeah.
have it.
Yeah.
I really like the idea of relying more on visuals to tell the technological story as opposed to having the actors do it through their voice.
I also think they're trying to. I think that would deter from the commentary of like that whole kind of rich versus poor, 1% versus 99 type thing that they're going for. So that might be why they took away the AI aspect. I liked this episode. It felt a little 1984 / what's that movie with Christian Bale based off 1984?
Yes,
Memento?
Equilibrium.
Oh,
Equilibrium.
yes.
Yeah.
Which was nice to see that kind of feeling coming out a little bit more. We open up with a flashback.
Oh, I was
So-
so happy to have a flashback.
Is it 12 years? 12 years.
12 years ago.
With young Aaron.
He's such a
Baby
charming
Aaron.
young
Baby
man.
Aaron. Baby
And
Aaron.
a hopeless romantic. Aww.
Okay. So,
Girl, hold up.
before we get to, oh, cute Baby Aaron, let's talk about the opening episode, the opening scene where he's with his
Oh.
father.
Smart.
Well, before we get
Dark
to his
Aaron.
intelligence, his father.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Whew.
And his father's just talking about how the climate change and how they're climate refugees, which you
Yes.
like understand then, okay, this is why they're in Milwaukee specifically for him.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he just happened to be in Milwaukee. And that's
That
it.
was great world building information
Oh,
for
absolutely.
us, and like the FEMA like climate change relocation, because that really set the tone better. Because before we're just like climate change, like what happened?
But he brought up an excellent point with it when his dad was talking about how we just kind of ignored the signs. Like we just kept living our lives even when, and I mean, this is much more stark than what we're dealing with currently. But the whole idea of like Miami fell into the ocean and we were like, no big deal. It's not going to happen.
I mean,
us.
people keep saying it's an eventual possibility anyway, and we're seeing. Oh goodness, I wish I could remember the name of the island. But islands are actually sinking right now due to global warming,
Well,
and it
Italy
just
is
an
still
ice cap
sinking.
just what do they say? An ice cap the size of Indiana.
good
Some
lord.
state just melted. It's gone
Ugh.
completely. Like ancient ice caps. Anyway, everything's fine. Everything's fine. You
Don't
guys.
worry about it. This
Fine.
is not our eventual
Everything's
future.
fine.
Yeah. No,
Nothing's
never.
gonna go wrong. We have a
Nope.
great guy coming into the presidency, and he's putting people in his cabinet that are all about climate control.
McHone, so
Everything-
great,
Wow,
very exciting.
what science fiction show is that?
I believe it's called 2016 Alternate Universe.
Yeah.
Thanks, Steve. Fast on that.
Yes.
No tears.
Okay.
Crying in
Moving
baseball.
on.
Anyways, but so we just get like a better like foundation of what we're dealing with. Like this isn't just this isn't something where it's 100 years from now. It is only 58 years from now. So
'cause-
it's a lot more current, and you even hear people referencing things that we
Yes.
understand. Now, the only thing I wasn't sold in their opening shot was the Aaron then. Because when his father jumped off that building, he's like, no! And that was it. I would be freaking
I feel like shock
out.
is a real thing, though.
I would be on the ground.
I feel there's different reactions, and I feel the shock, and it's just that you can't believe that really happened. I was more like, damn, that building's shorter than I thought it was, and he still died? Because
It only
a different
takes
angle.
25 feet to do some serious damage.
true if you hit
Sorry,
the
I've been
head
watching Mythbusters all week, but so it
No,
doesn't
it's
take
a
a lot.
good thing to know. Of like,
Doesn't
I
take a
mean,
lot.
have you ever been? Okay, I haven't really played Assassin's Creed, but ever been on top of a building? Like, could I jump to that tree and get to the ground
Yes.
safely and not die? So, anyway,
No,
yeah.
it doesn't take much to break a bone.
No, totally.
In any case, so we flash forward to.
Okay, so you would have wanted a little more freak out, but
I just wanted to see a little bit more
He in general
emotion.
is very kind of reserved on how he is.
I think what we talked about a little bit previously about putting on the face. I think it would be more interesting to see this
Oh, if he had-
kid develop into that man
I see.
versus
Okay,
seeing like a 12-year-old who's kind of somewhat put together. And it's great that he's like intellectual and
Yeah.
savvy, but I think watching him kind of form into that
Right.
is more intriguing to me.
Are you talking about like the tech stuff he was able to do? You wish that there was
Well,
more
yeah, the
time
tech
into
stuff.
No,
developing
it's
that.
like emotionality.
He just seems like
That's
a
a
little
word.
bit more savvy than I think he should be at that point. If he was,
Really? I think that's why he's so cool. Is he's already that smart at that age.
well, it's not. I'm not talking about his not necessarily his intelligence. We're talking about
Oh.
the overall
How he handles the
emotionality
world.
of a 12-year-old.
Okay,
So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that guarded adult sensibility takes time to.
Yeah.
It takes time to build walls.
exactly.
But I don't know. I guess I kind of saw it all. I didn't see a lot of the walls in his early thievery when he's running around and trying to escape that guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I didn't get it guarded.
Maybe
since
the
there.
kid's just not a great actor. But no, I mean, in
I
any
thought
case,
the kid was whiter than our actor is too.
The dad was certainly whiter than I expected.
Yeah. Well, if we ever see the mom, then we can see what they're trying to pull off there.
What are we doing here?
But so we jump
Anyway.
forward, and he ends up meeting. I just did not get his name. The man who eventually becomes his like
What's
guardian
Coworker
slash
dude.
Coworker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whose name I also cannot remember off the top of my head.
Oh.
Because later he didn't say his name really.
They have two
wait, he
names
did
listed
once.
for him on IMDb. I can't remember. Anyways, so he ends up running away from this guy who catches him like pulling a heist essentially of like scanning this guy's face to get information to use it to get more rations. And that's how he meets Elena, because she helps him break into a building, which nobody cares about. Nobody in FEMA cares that these guys are breaking into a building.
They didn't break into the building. They went back into the plane because then the guy went in the building instead.
I'm talking about when they get the rations.
Oh, later. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I thought that was a good trick because they're like, no, at least it looked like they went in there. And
No,
then
no,
they're
yeah.
sitting in the plane like, hey.
No, yeah, when they went to get
Yes,
the
the
rations.
rations. That was cool.
So then we jump forward, and we're basically right where we left off with Chad in the quiet room being interrogated by Dennis Haber,
and
aka
the vomit
Julian.
and like the stuff on his shirt.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And just also dealing with Ben / Aaron dealing with the after effects of that. How did you guys feel about that at that point?
I love like gruesome torture stuff. Love it so much. And I feel bad because he didn't do anything to deserve it. But also I was like, yes, State Farm man, get it.
Oh, he is ice cold, man. When he has his later talk with Ben, I was just like, oh, he's scary. I like Ben's reaction,
just
like,
Dennis
okay, I'm gonna
Haysbert
get up and go.
Being Dennis Haysbert. That literally is just Dennis Haysbert being
It's wonderful.
This is very,
I love it.
it's a good
Like,
fit.
It works because
Yeah.
it works as a State Farm guy. It works Allstate guy. It works as
sorry,
the
guys.
president. It works as this guy Julian. So
But this is a different, like, it's that further. It's like, no emotion, I don't care, I need to get to the bottom of it.
What I really like is that this
No
is
more.
HR, essentially.
Yeah.
The idea that
Yeah.
human resources are now actual human resources. You know, like your information and your ability to work for us is all that you're good for, not you as a human being, but you as a commodity to the company.
I mean, that's pretty much
Yes.
what human resources is like getting to.
Yeah, this pushes it to its like
You're-
eventual conclusion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I find it kind of cool to explore that dynamic
Yeah.
of, you know, being under interrogate. What did you do?
Yeah.
I didn't do anything. We're gonna find out what you did. I just
Yeah.
living my life. I do feel bad for the guy, but
Oh, I feel so bad for him because it's one of those like, and it's interesting how little Ben feels / cares about getting his girl because it's like you have destroyed this family just to save someone else's life. So it's like
I think if
1 equals 4.
if to
I
just-
mean, if I was that girl, I'd be like thrilled that you're gonna come rescue me and you're going to all this trouble. Sure, but it sucks that like all these other people's lives.
that's the
lives
world
are-
that they've created.
Yeah,
It's
that's
eat or
true.
be eaten, and I
Yeah.
feel like we don't know how Ben grew up yet. But we do know that it's not pretty on the other side of the wall.
That's true.
And I feel like this may be the least of what he's had to do in order to secure where he is now.
Okay, fair enough.
I think also to kind of justify his destruction of Chad and his family, Ben or Aaron is still a red zone kid. And so it's kind of like if you grew up in poverty for so long and then you made it, you started from the bottom, now you're here. And you get to the top.
Yeah.
And that jerky rich guy, the guy that represents all the jerky rich men you've ever had to
true.
deal with, like, gets his just desserts, and you're kind of just like, well,
Then what
He
about
also
his
makes
family?
himself a super easy target. Like, well,
That's true.
Yeah.
this guy does not have that brutal mindset that almost
No.
everyone else seems to have. He's
Yeah.
just like derping around, like it's all good. Like I got a great job.
You guys want to take me party? Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe.
I'll do drugs I have no experience with people who are
I don't
clearly out
know.
to backstab,
Well,
and
yeah.
half the party's not even excited that I'm here. Like fool.
Well, we don't really know too much about Chad. You know,
That's true.
It seems like from what we only have 2 episodes with him, and then he's gone. But it seems
I
like
mean,
he's
gone.
He's gone. He doesn't know who he is.
So Chad's
could come
gone.
back.
Okay.
He's gone. He could come back, but he doesn't know who he is.
So does his wife get sent to the red zone as well? then?
Yeah, she's just abandoned,
Okay.
or she might get sold into sex slavery. But,
Oof.
but no, I did have a point. Now I'm losing it. It's
Oh, going
Whatever.
after that white man who's been like that guy, who's rich guy.
no. There was something else I wanted to touch on, but
Okay.
in any case, Chad is just somebody who it seems like he's that lonely guy that has become so ambitious in terms of trying to get to the top and conniving, but
Yeah.
he also still really longs for friendship.
Yeah.
Like what's his name? Peter from the Fountainhead.
Yeah,
Was his name Peter?
I think so.
He longed for friendship, but he wanted to get to the top, and that's all he was really striving for. And he wanted to play within the boundaries that he was given,
yeah.
as long as those boundaries still allowed for like espionage, like most boundaries do to a certain extent.
Yeah.
So he's playing the rules as he knew them, but there's just somebody who's like a little bit savvier and more conniving than him, and they came
Yeah.
through, and he was a scapegoat. He's gone.
Sucks to be you.
Sorry, Chad. More sorry for your
wow.
kids, though.
Yeah, so let's jump into that. So we have Laura, and she's interacting with Fiona, Chad's wife. And so when your husband, this is why I'm never getting married, but when your husband loses his job,
Oh my God,
you lose everything.
that was crazy.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, Laura's like, the
bananas
only
to me.
mistake she made is marrying the wrong guy. And you're
Yeah.
like,
Which is why you should not put your investment into a man, ladies. Invest in yourself.
I really wanted to be like, Laura, turn around. Examine your life choices. It
I
could
know,
end
girl.
badly. I mean, she's got the safety net of her mother, but their relationship's not
Barely.
great. So,
She's
I don't
got the
know.
safety net of the fact that she has a job, because it seems like Fiona's only job
That's
was
true.
being
Being a
Chad's wife.
Yeah.
So you lose your house. You're thrown into some type of weird jail with your children.
It looks like a detention center.
Yeah.
Which I also like because it's clear, like, the prison's on the other side. No.
Yeah.
None of this comfy cot business.
Yeah.
Well, technically, your detention is probably even better than going over to the red zone.
Right?
Like,
I'll
you have
stay
Because
shelter.
there is no prison. That's
Yeah.
something that we did here, that there is no prison anymore in the red zone. Like, there is no safety in the red zone. Like,
Yeah,
cops
they
no
just
longer
drop
exist.
you. Yeah.
Yeah. So we see her struggling, and Laura feels bad, and she wants to help as she's jogging with her imaginary.
That's probably the
So
closest
coach.
AI we had. That was
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Yeah, that was the closest AI we had. But so she goes to
now
Fiona.
she feels guilt.
Now she feels guilt. I mean, I will say this. I do like that there's no, well, as far as we can tell, with the exception of maybe, Rachel, well, Elizabeth, there's no true villains. So just because you have grown up in money doesn't mean you're a villain. Just because you've grown up
Whoa. I'm so sorry.
in poverty.
You think Elizabeth is a villain?
Yeah.
Weird.
She's the closest thing to a villain we have in the show.
I don't see her as villainous. I see her as doing her job. Like, she got work to do, and she's grown up, or at least has grown accustomed to such an environment that she's able to...
She's definitely being set up to appear as the villain in Ben's story. Because when we break it down into simplest terms, this is Ben's story. Mm-hmm. Everyone else is just players.
You know,
in
okay,
it.
well,
And
when we get to
Elizabeth-
Ben's story, I'll explain why I don't think Elizabeth is a villain.
Okay. We'll go there.
Okay.
But I'm not saying that she's necessarily going to play out that way in the long term, but that's how
Right.
she's kind of being set up in this, like,
Okay.
like kind of like that big brother, I see everything type of mindset. That's like how she's being set up. That might totally change.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so with Laura, you're kind of seeing that she, just because she comes from this wealth, it doesn't mean she's not even, doesn't mean she doesn't care
Yeah.
about people being thrown into red zone. And maybe she was completely different before she had her experience in the red zone.
Well, because she
But-
brings up the point. She's like, I've seen this before,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't do anything. And so she wants to do something now. So she's actually someone who has changed, who has developed,
Mm-hmm.
and, wants to help. Because then Fiona, right, the wife,
Mm-hmm.
she's like, okay, fine. You really want to help? So then.
Ask your mom.
Yeah.
But she shouldn't, because, okay, this is why I say that Elizabeth is set up to be a villain. I'm trying not to curse. I almost dropped an F-bomb.
It's hard.
Because, how are you going to give that as an alternative? Like, okay, well, I can't help them. But,
Okay.
if this lady
Oh, that alternative.
wants to give up her
Oh.
children that she, had to work so hard to even have.
Look, it is a terrible, terrible catch-22.
Mm-hmm.
But as a ruler, again, if we look at her as queen, if we look at Elizabeth as
Mm-hmm.
queen of her nation, her corporation,
Okay.
I cannot allow people to think that they're going to get away with BS. Like, you cannot have people, like, their whole thing is, like, secrets are not cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we are a unit, and we have to be unified. And if one of us, the weakest link of us is all of us,
Mm-hmm.
that person has to go.
Okay.
Now, did she necessarily do anything wrong? No. Will this strike the fear in every single neighbor? It sure will. Don't F with the company. And while it's not the most people-friendly approach, I think it is the strongest and probably the safest approach if her whole job is just to keep the company together.
That's like some straight up dark side crap right there. Like, like some scary crap, like to me. But I mean, I get it and I understand it. But it doesn't make it right. I guess there's that whole, and maybe I understand that the corporation basically owns you. They own your life, your family, everything. But there has to be some type of, well, then just throw them all out together into the red zone so that at least they can be
That was
No,
an
together.
option.
that was an option.
Y'all can all
Yeah.
go, or your kids can stay here and become what they want to be and continue to be a part of this society that's so much better.
I know.
Those boys will
Yes.
be They're not going to survive out there. It's not going to be pretty.
They're not gonna die. Anyway,
But even for those poor kids of knowing that was your mom and now you get to go to these new parents.
yeah, unless
Never
they get
see her
scrubbed.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought that as the option, like, I understand it. It's kind of like that. I don't know. Never mind. I was gonna go with the Bible, but I don't really know it that well, so why am I gonna do that to myself? But it's just kind of one of those things. It's like, well, doing what's in the best interest of your children, and I get it, but that woman literally has nothing to do with what her husband did.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's kind of just like a. Any case, that's why I don't necessarily like Elizabeth at this point.
Well,
That's
the whole
totally
thing of
fair.
like it sucks of like that Ben's done this to this family, and
Yeah.
he probably won't even. I mean, as much as Laura's gonna tell him, that's about as much as he's gonna know about what really went down with them. Like
Yeah.
he kind of knows, but
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't really seem to care all that much. And I mean,
No.
I can't
Well, I think
blame
he's pretty
him.
torn up about it, but he's got to move on to the next thing.
You think he's pretty torn up about it?
he
I
goes,
do.
"This sucks." Moving on. That's about as much
And
as he
again,
cares.
as a survivor,
Yeah.
you take a knee. You're like,
No.
damn, that was terrible. But I really feel like Ben is in a mental combat. Like he's in a mental war zone, and you got to do
Yeah.
whatever you got to do to get to the next point.
Yeah.
That
And
Darth
he-
Vader impression was really bad. I apologize. Go ahead. I just had a thought about it.
And I know he feels like whatever happened between him and this girl, I don't forget her
Elena.
name. Elena. I feel like there's a lot of atonement for that, and that is why he's so singularly focused. I worry about Elena and Laura, because I like Laura. She's cool.
Laura is cool. She can do better than Ben, frankly. But she should just be bad all by herself. Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
all about women handling
Why are
business
you apologizing?
by
Don't apologize
themselves.
for it.
You don't need no man. You don't need no man. Get to what you need to get to, and then whatever.
But
Okay,
she does
anyways.
want to start a family, so she needs a man for something.
I mean, in
It's
this future,
2074.
She was the one who she was excited to have a baby. He was like,
No, but she don't need.
Well, no,
we
I'm
don't
excited-
need men now to do that. Anyways.
no, I know, but that's what I said. That's true. That future, we don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anywho, maybe they're all about. Oh my god. Yeah, they probably are all about family in the future, judging by how we're going in the future or in the present.
Actually, creepy one I was just thinking of that was referenced on this other video thing is it made me think Handmaid's Tale. Anybody?
Oh my god.
Now that's a creepy future world.
Yeah.
Handmaid's Tale. Tell you about it after.
Okay.
It's good. Check it out if you guys haven't.
Yes.
so-
so good. Excellent book.
So
Movie
Fiona
was
gives
okay.
up her children to somebody else who's rich and will take care of them and raise them like their own, and then maybe they'll probably forget about her and then like throw
Probably
a
not.
soda on her face when they go through the red zone to go to the club, or maybe they'll end up like
see, that's the
throwing
thing, too.
dollars at
Like,
their
they
own
could
mom when they go to the
eventually
club.
meet again. It's not impossible.
Unless they wipe her memory, in which case it would be significantly more difficult to find her.
They didn't make it sound like they'd wipe her memory though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know what happens to her
It
yet.
might be in
though.
her best
No.
interest to
I-
have that memory wiped, honestly. After having to give up your children, I don't think I'd want to
True.
remember
Well, and
that.
especially if we don't know what your husband told you and we think he's the guilty party and we have to
Totally
release
made
you
me
back
think
into the
of
world.
Westworld
Yes.
with Maeve stuff.
I could talk about Westworld all day, but this is incorporated.
I know. It was just the wife, mother, child thing.
I know.
Anyway, yes.
I know. Trust. I love Westworld. But so to get back on topic, Laura is having a bad day. So we're gonna get to Theo, but let's just wrap up Ben and Laura. So Ben's done all this. He's hoping to get to and then we'll get to Roger too.
Yes.
He's hoping to get that position that he's like
That promotion.
destroyed Chad to get. He's sitting in his car, being so grateful that he didn't get caught because he did leave a piece of unauthorized tech, which is all they would call it. I was like, could you please just tell me what it is? Because I don't understand,
No.
like, what is this thing? Is it an orb? Like, what? It's not an orb.
That's
orb.
like
it
the
looks
classic lie thing where
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something and I'm waiting for you to say something. and then you're
unauthorized
going to
tech.
say and screw yourself over. So you're always better not answering
saying-
the question.
Yeah.
Could
So
be like, no, what are you talking about?
we discovered that it's the whistle that he used to...
Ben's like, thank God.
But not really, because
He's a good liar,
Julian-
though.
Yeah.
Because it's this, and they're like, well, we'll go talk to him about that. And he's
Yeah. Julian's just good at his job and putting the pieces together, which is like,
Julian
oh,
knows what's up.
thank goodness. I've watched some TV in the past very recently, where I'm like, how do you not realize that this is going on? Does no one realizes anything's going on?
That's right in your face.
Got to be one person who's like, this is too convenient that he had the tech on him when he knew we would scan. I'm like, thank God, thank you, Julian, thank you. So we discovered it's a whistle, and he's still off the hook. And this is why I say I don't think he cares that much about Chad, because when he's sitting at the car at the end of the night, I don't think he's thinking about Chad. Maybe he is a little bit, but I think he's mainly thinking about
the
how,
other
like,
thing that got lost.
the other thing that got lost, how he almost got caught, and I think that weighs more heavily on him than the whole Chad situation.
I think he has a lot of things to worry about, like a whole bevy of issues. And again, I just don't think you get to, like a soldier can't loom over every kill. Like, I can't mourn every person that I take down to get to my point. So
You are so, like...
I'm kind
militant.
of brutal. Look, if you're gonna survive, no, I'm just a survivor. If you're gonna live in this kind of world, then you need to put on your big boy pants and do what you need to do to live and see another day.
Fair enough.
And especially if, like, here's the part where if it turns out that Alana, if he's in no debt to Alana, if he's just like, oh, I want this pretty girl, then I will be like, Ben is a dick. Like, you can go on with yourself. But if
he did something that caused her to be where she is now.
Yeah.
Okay.
If there's any kind of pain or if he owes it to her to help her, then I'm like, okay. I mean, she's not in a good place anyway, and clearly they have this, like, really long lasting relationship. So maybe that is enough, but I need that to be justified.
Love, which kind of annoys me because I'm like, this is where I get, like, whatever, who cares? I'm like, get over it.
Well, wait,
get
hold
married.
On. The brother, Tony?
Theo,
thank you. Well, the other T name. He told Ben, it's your fault.
Yeah, he did say
He
that.
did say it's your fault that she is where she is.
So
I guess he feels like he owes it to her.
He did something.
Yeah.
We don't know how much.
And she gave him her mother's ring. I just feel like he's like, I had to get this girl out. I hope he's not still in love with her. I really, really hope
totally
he's like,
is.
I just owe her this.
Oh, he totally is.
Totally is in love with her.
He's been looking at that picture a lot.
Totally.
Don't do this to Laura. She doesn't deserve it.
Well, she deserves better, and she will have better, hopefully, soon. Anyway, so Laura gets home after watching Fiona give her children away, and she just immediately, in a very... I
did
understand.
not like this moment.
I understand the intention of the sex. Like,
Sure.
I've had those days, but it was just kind of like...
It was, I agree, super weird.
Okay.
I thought the staging was funny. I was like, I like the...
Oh, I like the zipper.
The zipper was nice.
Yeah.
How did she get her
Love
underwear
that
off
dress.
in that position? And then,
No, they did. They both did some wiggling.
But in that tight of a space, I'm just saying it's going to be
maybe they have
complicated.
different
Pull it to the
underwear.
side.
You know what? That's true.
Yes, pull it to the side.
Okay, well, that also works.
No, I think only it just seemed slightly like sci-fi sex gratuitous. You know how sometimes they just throw sex in there and you're like, sci-fi.
It didn't.
Titillation.
You're just trying to be edgy.
That
you
sex
show
scene was like
a Tremors marathon. You don't have to be edgy. We get it. You're sci-fi. Like, you're kind of goofy. You
I
don't
thought
know
that
what you're
sex
up
scene
to.
served a purpose because I'm really against, like, sex for sex sake.
Yeah.
But I think that this shows kind of how they communicate. They
that's
talk
true.
and trust each other, but they don't go into details with one
They don't have
another.
emotions.
They
No.
don't. They keep a lot of the things that happen to them directly underneath. And I feel like they're able to translate a little bit through sex of, like, I had a really bad date. I get it. Like, I liked that aspect of their coupledom.
I understand that, and I get it. It was just a strange way of shooting it. It just
Her coming to the car is what was weird about it, I think. I think if it was, like, in the house, like, dropped bags, like, oh my god, I'm exhausted, let's go have sex.
The first scene of Orphan Black where she just jumps on that guy. The very first scene
in the pilot.
In the pilot,
Yeah.
It was like the first scene. I get that. I get that more. Like, okay.
No, this one just how they led into it
was
felt
just-
really like.
Yeah, it just
Awkward.
had me kind of scratching my head.
Okay.
Speaking of not awkward, but was like when she's jogging and sees like the family getting taken away and does the arm thing. First of all, I thought it was her upper arm, and then it's like her lower arm, and holy shit, her nails are amazing to cut the way they did. I mean, I've kind of casually scratched myself, and even accidentally when I've like filed my nails and whoop, but that was like gashes by the time she goes in and talks to the maid person. Anybody else thought that was like the craziest, like deep?
Again, like we said
Cuts.
last episode, this seems like a habit. This is the
But
cutting
she's,
of
like,
herself.
really good. Like
She's a cutter.
damn.
I mean, you can do it. Like, I used to scratch people
was
as a
like-
defense thing in high school, and I used to draw blood quite a bit.
draw blood. Like topical is
Well,
one thing,
I'm talking
but that
about
was like
drawing, like, just like with a scratch.
Open wound.
Like, doing
Yeah. I
that.
feel you.
she had
But
like
if
an
you,
open
like,
wound.
You can do. I actually, you can do that
Okay.
because I've
an old manager of mine was attacked by a customer, and
Oh, wow.
Oh my
like,
god.
Okay.
yeah,
But
good times.
it would require a lot of force, and I think
Yes.
it looks repetitive in motion.
Yes.
Like it
yeah,
wasn't
she
just.
knows how
Well,
to.
then it was.
she's done it
Did you
before.
all? Did
It did move.
It look here and then it was down here.
It did move.
Okay,
Oh,
thank you.
okay.
I was like, it moved.
But
but
it's
the conversation
probably just
with,
shot weeks. Or far
the
apart.
maid too was interesting. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So she just kind of touched on. They just kind
You
of touched on
don't
that
see
like
them
level
again.
of class of like.
Yes.
The maid will know what goes on in the green zone and what goes on in the red zone. So maid's probably what you need to talk to when stuff's going down. Because they know everything. Just like now. Just like in the present. But like, in any case, so let's just jump onto Theo. So now we talked about the awkward sex moment.
Theo.
Well, he didn't jump on, but he got a kiss on at least at the beginning.
Theo!
See, that kiss felt organic, and I liked it, and I was like, aw.
And I was happy
Yes.
Gabies.
that they made him gay.
Yeah.
Amazing. A
Because-
gay boxer? Yes, please.
Because you often don't get I mean, we're getting it more now.
Sure.
And hopefully it'll stay this way. God, I'm just so nervous about January 20th. I'm trying to not break down. But you get more of like, you can be a gay man, you can be a gay person, and not have to give into the stereotypes that society deems to be what they consider to be a gay person.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. I appreciate him having a boyfriend. And I appreciate that we just kind of go right into it, and that you see that he's also working towards the same thing of getting to Elena. And I'm like, who is this?
That's his sister.
She must be, okay.
That's a little more of a connection
It's
than
a
just
more of a
like someone you
connection.
dated.
But we see that Terrence comes over and is talking about how if you go up in the ranks, you can eventually fight in green zones. And when you get into the green zones,
You
get all the benefits of being in the green zone. So he decides that his next fight, he's going to take this guy down. I didn't get the guy's name. Tall, bald
Oh, I
man.
missed his name. Yeah.
And they meet before at the bar.
Yes.
And tall, bald man is pretty chill about it.
Oh, he's so
like,
cool. He's like, dude, save it for the fight. All
Yeah.
right, whatever.
Here, have my steak. And I was like, oh my god, that steak looks amazing.
It does.
I never
no,
had
as
real
soon
steak
as-
before.
And what a nice cut for your first time.
Yeah.
Steak. Like, good job, bud.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw that bone, though, I'm like,
T-bone.
he's gonna use that.
You guys
Yeah.
were
It's done
both
right then.
aware instantly, and I watched this at home, and I was not aware instantly, and then I felt like a
Because
dunce.
they held
They
on the
did.
shot too long. And I
That's
was like,
why
oh.
I felt like a dunce. I was like, why didn't I see
Well,
this
the
coming?
metal smashing, I saw that one coming a mile away.
The metal?
Oh, yes.
The trophy?
At the end when he
yeah.
hits.
Oh,
No.
as soon as he picked it up,
I
I'm
don't
like,
think
well,
that
bam.
was about
Well,
a
bam.
surprise, though. I think that was more about this dude's power.
Terrence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Terrence's ability just to be like,
Yeah.
because now I own you, Theo. Like,
Yeah.
Terrence, I can kill you if I need to. Like, I will put you in
think
whatever
it was-
fight at whatever weight class.
I don't know if this is the name, but someone in the chat, unless if that's who you're referring to, of the fighter, Saeed, Sayeed.
Cool.
That might be
Saeed.
his
I'm
name.
just going to keep calling him tall.
Yeah.
Tall, bald man, because that's a hard name.
Yeah.
Tall, bald, and handsome.
Tall, bald, and...
She was like, nah, maybe.
He's
Can
alright.
we talk about how small
much
that
muscle.
octagon was? I think it was actually a
Oh,
circle,
that was a
but
tiny little
I was
fighting
like,
room.
there is not a lot of space in there
No.
to
It
It
get
seemed
away.
just like a
or-
UFC... there's
That's
not-
much smaller than a UFC regulation.
really?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen
A UFC one, you've got about, and viewers, if you're more UFC fans, you can let me know. But I think there's like a good 15 to 20 paces.
Yeah,
There
it's
is
like-
maybe like 10
Oh, okay.
here. It's like about half the size of a UFC ring. And it made for such a cool, intense fight, though, especially with their size differences.
Oh, yeah.
And Theo being able to use his like tiny stature to move around.
To dog
It was
better.
like... Oh, another biblical reference that I can't... Why can't I think
David
of it?
and Goliath.
Thank you. I'm like, I've read it at least once.
I like that we had a Mad Max moment in there of like spraying dude in the face to
Yes.
be like, get in there, like
was-
recharge yourself.
Yeah.
So
Well, they did it in their mouth,
They did it in the
yes?
mouth.
Yeah.
But Blur is like a steroid. Is that where we've come to, or is it a
Well,
different
I thought
thing
it was
from
a
the
different
Blur?
thing than
Okay.
Blur because Blur made you seem like
Hazy.
Woozy,
whoa
yeah.
and like stuff
Just
coming
like-
at you. This felt like
Jacked
speed. Like you're
Yeah.
like, whoa, I am up and I am ready to go. Kind of a something.
I hope they
Drug.
explain like how drugs work in the future, because it doesn't seem like there are any needles. It doesn't seem like there
It's
are any
inhaling, yeah.
smoke-based things. It's all like
Vapor.
vapor.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess we're kind of going in that direction at this
That's
point.
true.
But it's just very interesting to see like, well, why are you going? Like, what are you going to what are you building? Like, how
Science.
the drugs work in the future.
Yeah, I hope they go into it more because it is interesting, and like
Yeah.
that was a adrenaline rush for him, and then he was ready to fight, and I loved their size difference because that made it interesting, and I'm like I could root for the underdog, like I felt he could do some damage as long as he's quick, but man, there were some hits that were so hard that I'm like,
Oh my
I know
god!
it's a
The
show,
knee to
but
his chest.
Yeah.
like good hits on the face, and I think I reacted, and then you looked over at me when he's like looking back, like, "Hey, boss,
Why would
how
you
I'm doing?" And it's like, well, bam.
Well,
Never take
so
your eyes off
dumb.
the fight ever.
So dumb.
Going off that,
Yeah.
we do discover that the fight wasn't for him. Like, it wasn't to see if he could get into the green zone. So,
I'm
essentially,
totally with him though.
but
No, how he was like, well, why'd you come to my place then?
yeah, I get that. But I think what was kind of being laid out is that there was a possibility that he could have gotten out of it. So if tall bald man moved into the green zone, and like that was Terrence's ticket into the green zone,
Yes.
would probably not, because Terrence is like a bastard, but would he have let
That's
Theo
really
go
interesting.
to just be free to survive in the red zone? Because now he's got his ticket into the green zone. So now has Theo, by beating tall bald man,
Indentured himself,
Yeah.
essentially.
That's an
Yes.
interesting thought.
Um,
I don't think he indentured himself. I think he just made his situation worse. If that makes sense. I don't think, as you say, I don't think Theo lets him go. Mm-hmm. He makes
Terrence.
money.
No,
I'm sorry, yes.
I think Terrence would have let him go if Terrence went to the green zone. He'd be like, bye, peace out, you're on your own.
But you don't get to stay, do you? My
No, he would have stayed in the
I
red
guess
zone
he
where
did
it was.
say the other. No, I mean, just because you have a boxer over there, like I don't know if they let red zone people move in. It's like even
Well,
if you're
if-
entertainment, don't you get shuffled back and forth?
Oh.
well, no,
Right.
because he said that one guy kind of just like did stay. He
Oh,
talked,
if you keep building up.
if you keep building the,
Okay,
that he just
all
kind
right.
of
That's true.
stayed in it.
Yeah, he probably
Um,
Terrence would probably be like, it'd be a 1-2 as you keep going
Yeah.
up. Then he'd be like, all right, bye, peace out.
And then he would
done.
eventually need another boxer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, so I don't think he would have let Theo go, but I definitely think that now that Theo is, for lack of better words, the cash cow, I think his situation has definitely become much more
much
dramatic.
more complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just to wrap it up, so that's where Theo's at. He's
Yeah.
kind of.
Poor buddy.
I mean,
Yeah.
I have no idea how I would do in a. I mean, actually, that's a lie. I know exactly how I would do in a post-apocalyptic world because I'm pretty savvy and I have no problem doing what needs to get done. Even though I'm like, Elizabeth's so mean. I am just the same way, which is probably why it annoys me. But we get to the end and we see that the tech
Yes.
that Aaron Ben was actually looking for has fallen into the hands of Roger. the
Oh wait, no, we skipped
Marnie-
an important moment.
What?
What?
The moment where Duke gets his brain wiped.
Oh,
Because this is
yeah,
why I
kind
think
of-
Elizabeth is not the villain. Here's why. That is such a rushed moment.
Do you think it was somebody else?
No, she did it.
No, it was Elizabeth. But okay, to that guy, she's definitely the villain because she
Yeah.
rushed it.
Yeah, yeah.
Does that not feel like she knows what Ben's up to and is protecting him?
Maybe.
Why do you rush?
I mean, she can watch everything, so she probably watched the conversation
Exactly.
between him and Ben. I didn't think about that.
Exactly, and it feels so much to me like she was like, "We're wiping his brain. We gotta do it today. We gotta do it today. We gotta do." Because she could easily announce like, "We have him. We're extracting all of the information, and then we're going to wipe his memory to the investors who who she's
Right,
trying
because
to
they
please."
feel like we got someone.
But she
Yeah.
rushed that job.
Yeah.
Oh, hashtag sad Chad. Thank you, chat room.
Sad
You guys
chat.
are the best.
I hadn't thought of it that way, but I think you're absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's interesting how much then Elizabeth likes Ben. I mean, yes, he's
Does she
her
like
son.
him, or we've seen what happens to families? We know what happens to families when
like to her
when one
daughter.
person F's
Oh.
up to her daughter, to her even. What do you know? Have you been helping him?
I think she does like him, though.
She definitely. I mean, she kind of has to because she wants to have a relationship with Laura.
I know, but her relationship with him, like, even from the first episode, felt more
You're
genuine.
not giving her
but
too
anyway.
much credit. She's Zaid. She has no heart.
Okay.
I disagree full-heartedly. I think Elizabeth has a
joking.
lot of heart.
I'm
Okay.
joking. Zaid does get a heart at the end of Neverending Story Part 2. So it crushes
Yes.
her world when she gets it, but she gets it.
You're killing me over here. I'm back.
Anyways, so yes, Elizabeth, I do see your point that she was probably protecting Laura and Ben, and maybe had other intentions by making sure that Chad got thrown under the bus or off the bus into the red zone.
Yeah.
But
Poor guy.
I don't know.
Anyway.
It's only episode 2, so
Yes.
let's see where we go with her.
Yeah.
And just on that point, okay, Roger.
Yes.
Before we wrap up.
Creepy smarmy. I agree, 100%.
Roger has the
Smarmy.
tag. And I
Yeah.
assume he's going to use it as a way to...
Yes.
I just love... It's kind of like a weird... It does remind me of the Fountainhead. You have this kind of ambiguous, to use Parks and Rec, ambiguously ethnic man who is like moved up the ranks in this company.
Mm-hmm.
And Roger, it's the most white
Hitler-y looking?
sounding, milk toast, Hitler Youth looking kid. It's gunning for him now.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh my, it's just the racial politics in this are intriguing. I'll put it
Sure.
at that. The people who are enslaving people, the people who are backstabbing people, the people who are the brawn. It's very intriguing. I'm just gonna
It's
put that
sci-fi
out
shows.
there.
Sci-fi shows. Science fiction is a great medium to explore those points.
Yeah.
And make those points of, do we all notice this? And
Yeah, and you
watching
just like
closely?
the person in power, which
Yeah.
is nice to see a woman in power. But you
Yes.
have like it's just very interesting politics that they're
Yeah.
toying with. And
loving the cutout
so,
clothes too. I like Laura's little cutout
Yeah.
shoulders and
Very
then that
cute
blue dress
clothing.
with the zipper.
Kudos
Love
to the
it.
costume designer.
And Elizabeth's like maroon dress.
Oh my god, that dress kills.
Love it. Sorry, side note.
No. So we'll see what happens with Roger,
Yes.
who is
Oh, he's gonna. Yeah, well.
totally gonna get it
I
because
look forward
it
to-
is sci-fi, and when
Yeah.
you do look like Roger does in sci-fi, you usually
I think
the
Roger's
first
gonna
to
be a
die.
real villain, but that might be my own prejudices.
Well, are we? Is that enough to lead into some quick predictions
Look
on
at you
it?
with this side eye. Why? Why?
If you're listening, Adrian's totally glaring over.
She's
at
not
Joelle.
happy.
They're like, here, let's just get into predictions now.
This is what's going on.
Thank you.
All right. Well, as you were saying, you felt Roger's probably going to be the real villain. Do you want to? I agree with you, but did you have anything to add?
I think that Roger's gonna be the
I
villain.
think
Oh,
that
you
Roger's
said
gonna
that.
be
I'm
the
sorry.
villain. That's why she was giving me the side eye.
Yeah.
I did not agree.
Okay, Joe. Yeah. More.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes, for now. It'll be, and he's definitely from the zone, and I don't know what he's gonna do, but I feel like he's gonna be sneaky and
You think he's from
underhanded.
The green zone or the red zone?
He's from the green zone.
Green zone.
Yes. It'll be slimy and slithery and sneaky and underhanded.
Yeah.
And I can't wait. What I'll be interested to see is how far he takes it. Because, like, Aaron can be intimidating. We know that. We know that he knows how to maneuver around
Yes.
people.
Yes.
Can he stand up to Aaron? Will he wilt? Or is he going to be a good adversary? I don't know yet. That'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of Roger. I'm like, yeah, Roger could be that. I kind of think Elizabeth is going to step in more and is guiding Ben, like, protect him in that way, and possibly more for her daughter, too. I hope that Laura figures out more sooner than later about Aaron's true intentions, though I think she's very clueless about it, sadly. I don't think I had anything else. I'm like, nope.
And
I'm like, nope.
I'm interested to see how divorce works in this
that's
world,
true.
and so if that's an option for Laura,
you're
Right.
like, how do I get out of this horrible contract?
I'm always looking for a way out. I need a loophole. I
Yeah.
sign contracts. I'm like, how long do I have to
You
honor
will
this?
survive.
So we'll survive. And then with Roger, I mean, Roger's dead. Roger is dead. This is like how it always works.
What?
In
Roger's dead, as in he's gonna, like, Ben's gonna kill him?
Yes, Ben's gonna kill him. Ben like casually slammed a man's head into a sink first episode. Roger
That's
is
true.
dead. If Roger crosses him, he is dead. End of story.
I don't know if Ben is that ruthless.
He
We'll
is
see.
totally that ruthless.
I think he's calculated in his ruthlessness,
Yes.
though. That's my thing. Like he's
won't
not
do it
ruthless for the sake of
irrationally or-
ruthless.
I have 2
Quickly.
points.
Yes.
He casually slammed a man's head into a sink.
Yes.
Second point. Some dude wanted to take all his money and he flashed him the blood that wasn't his on his sleeve. He
Calculated.
will kill this man.
Okay.
In any case.
Okay.
Not that
I
he
think that's a good
wants
prediction.
to.
I don't
But
disagree with you.
that's
but-
my prediction. And then
Could be.
Elizabeth, I think if nothing else, she knows Ben's up to something, but she's going to use it to her advantage because she's savvy.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I think that about wraps us up for this episode of Incorporated AfterBuzz Show. Again, I'm Adrian Snow. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Miss Adrian Snow. And where can they follow you all?
Hey guys, I'm Joelle Monique. You can follow me all over the internet at Joelle Monique, every week at blackgirlnerds.com. Tune in this Saturday, 95% chance I'll be at the Star Wars premiere, so I'll be tweeting about that and keeping you guys filled in. Hopefully after party, we'll see. But that's where you can find me.
Nice, good luck. My name is Kari Lane. You can find me online at Kari D Lane. That's Karidlane.
All right, guys, so thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you next Wednesday.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.